Welcome to question number 37. In this question, as you can see, we are dealing with a coordinate plane and functions within the coordinate plane. So we have function fx and we have function gx, and we are asked to find the area of this section. When you are dealing with functions within coordinate planes, we use integrals. Now, the first thing that we have to do is try to write the formula, the integral formula, and after that we have to, we can see what we have to find, what elements we need to get to the right answer, so to find the area of this sector. Now, when you are dealing with these kinds of questions, and you have to use integrals. So, what do we know, what don't we know here is the common points that these two functions share, because as you can see there are no numbers provided to us, so we don't know the common numbers, the common points. So therefore I will say integral of a from b for the absolute value, because when you are dealing with these kinds of questions and you are asked to find the area of a certain sector, you will take the absolute value of, in this case, fx minus gx times dx. Now, what do we have to see here? We see that the points that fx has, the function fx has, are higher in value compared to the function gx. Therefore, fx is greater than gx. And when we look at this absolute value, we see that this expression will come outside of the absolute value the way that it is. Therefore, we have the integral from a to b for fx minus gx times dx. Now, how do we find the common points? The common points are the points where gx and fx are equal to each other. So let's do that. We have minus x squared plus 2 is equal to x squared. So we have 2 which is equal to 2x squared. So x squared is equal to 1. So x is equal to plus minus 1. So we have plus minus 1. Now that we know the values, of fx and gx, what do we have? We know the common points that they share. So we have integral from minus 1 to 1, the points that we have. So this is minus 1 and this is 1. We have for fx, which is minus x squared plus 2 minus x squared times dx. And what does this come? Integral from minus 1 to 1 for minus 2x. So we have minus 2x squared plus 2 times dx. Now, what is integral of minus 2x plus 2? The integral is minus 2x to the power of 3 over 3 plus 2x for the values of x from minus 1 to 1. Now, as you can see, what we did here, for example, when we are taking the integral of a certain expression, so as you can see, we add 1 to the power and we divide that expression by that power, by the value of that power. So here we take now, we give x the value of 1 and we subtract the expression when we give x the value of minus 1. What do we have here? We have minus 2 times 1 to the power of 3 is 1, so we have minus 2, because minus 2 times 1 is minus 2 over 3, plus minus 2 over 3 plus 2, because 2 times 1 is 2, minus, what do we have here? We have minus 2 times minus 1 to the power of 3 is minus 1, so minus times minus is plus, so we have 2 over 3, we have minus 2. Now we have to do simple operation. So what do we have here? The common denominator is 3, so we have minus 2 plus 6 is 4 over 3, minus, what do we have here? We have the common denominator, which is 3, so we have 2 minus 6, so we have minus 4 over 3. So what do we have here? We have 4 over 3 plus 4 over 3, which is equal to 8 over 3, which is also the final answer for this question. So I'm going to write it here. So this is the final answer for this question. Greetings everyone, and welcome to question number 38, which is at the same time the last question of YÖS Examination Mathematics 2 section. In this question, as you can see, we have a coordinate plane, and within this coordinate plane we have two functions, and we have to find the area of this sector. So how do we do that? When we are dealing with these kinds of questions, we have to use integrals. So what is the expression that we need to write in order for us to be able to find the area of this sector? We know it is integral from a to b. Remember, a and b are the common points that these two functions share. The absolute value. Now what do we see here? We see that function gx has greater, the points of the in the diagram of the function gx are greater than the points of the function fx. What does that mean? It means that gx is greater than fx. Therefore we write gx as the first number, let's put it as the first value, as the first unit, minus fx, we close the absolute value, times dx. Now, what is this important to know? Because now that we have the absolute value and we know that gx is greater than fx, it means that the same expression, the same way, it will go out of the absolute value. So what do we have here? We have integral from a to b for gx minus fx times dx. Now we have to find the common point that these two functions share. So what do we do? The common points that they share, it means that that is the point where these two functions are equal to each other. So we have x to the power of 3, which is equal to square root of x. So we take the square of both sides. So we have x to the power of 6, which is equal to x, because they cancel each other. So values of x are equal to 1 and x is equal to 0. So these are the two common points that these two functions share. So we know that integral from 0 to 1 is equal to integral from 0 to 1 for, we have gx, which is equal to the square root of x. What is another way of writing square root of x? We know it is x to the power of 1 over 2 minus what is fx is x to the power of 3 times dx. So what is the integral of this expression? The integral of this expression is, we have x to the power of 1 over 2 plus 1 over, that is 3 over 2, so it is 3 over 2 minus x to the power of 4 over 4 for the values of x from 0 to 1. Now all we have to do is simple operation. We have to give x the value of 1 and find the value of this expression, and after that subtract this expression when x has the value of 0. So what do we have here? We have 1 to the power of 3 over 2, that is equal to 1. 1 over 3 to the 3 over 2 is equal to 2 over 3. So we have 2 over 3 minus 1 over 4, because 1 to any power is going to give us 1. So 1 over 4, and that is minus. Now what do we know? What do we have to do? We have to give x the value of 0. So whatever number we give, since x is 0, whatever operation we do there, still we're gonna get 0. So this is gonna be minus 0, because 0 to whatever, when 0 is divided by whatever number, it's still gonna give us the value of 0. Therefore we know that this expression is equal to 0. So what do we have here? We have the common denominator, which is 12. We have 4 times 2, which is 8, minus 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. So we have 5 to the power 5 over 12. So 5 over 12 is the area of this sector. So this is the right answer for this question.